Machine to send the food up to the foliage. So if you are losing this good foliage, you are losing the signal. So when you're losing the signal, they will not send the food up again. Then it's going to die. So when it start to die, we die back, and then starting from twig, and then the small branches, and then to the branches, and then finally it's all bonsai gone. So there's a problem. So what to do? You should do it correctly from the beginning. I will start from the beginning. Yeah. If you have any question anytime, you just stop me and then you just ask question. Okay. So from the beginning, what is wrong is that you know, it's not only in Philippines, but in many countries, including Indonesia many years ago, in other countries like Malaysia, the USA, Europe, Latin American, the Caribbean area, where we have a lot of tropical trees, a lot of we call it deciduous trees. They all make a lot of common mistakes, including Indonesia a few years ago. What kind of mistake? I always emphasize this issue in every forum, every opportunity, is that we are working on deciduous trees, we are working on tropical trees, but we are making bonsai in the coniferous manner. We are creating, we are designing our tropical tree like pine. Alright, look at most of the tropical tree here. You are not making your tree like tropical tree. You are not exploring the character of tropical tree. But you are designing your tropical tree like pine, like conifers, like junipers. You see, mostly it creates like junipers, and it's totally different. It's not only the character, but also the physiological aspect of the plant. It is different. Why this mistake happen? Because most of us we learn bonsai from where? From book. Alright? Starting from book. So most of the books, we all know that we always thought that bonsai comes from Japan. So we all learn bonsai from the Japanese book. And in Japan, they don't have the tropical tree. What they have is all conifers. What they have, the deciduous tree is only maple. Apart of that, I will say that I can hardly name the other tropical tree from Japan. So and then the Japanese, how they design the bonsai, they all with the coniferous character, the coniferous physiological aspect. What's that? Show you. Okay. Look at the name. This is the basic difference between conifers and deciduous tree. Okay? The conifers do well. I start like this. When you learn the book, you see the bonsai and most of the bonsai book. What they explain you is always this. Let's say this is the branch. Okay? They always tell you that the good bonsai branch this is the main branch, and then you have the side branch, left, right. Am I right? Is this the way? And so, is this correct? Yes, but this is only for conifers. This structure is only for conifers. This is not for tropical tree. This is, we call it the apical dominant. The apical dominant. Only conifers, only pine, junipers, black pine, all the pine, only pine are apical dominant. What I mean apical dominant is that they are formed by one single line. And then the side branches, left, right. That's why you see it's not only the branch, but also the trunk. Also the trunk. Left, right. Am I right? This is the way how you learn bonsai from the book. Yeah? This is conifers. This is not tropical tree. This is what we call it apical dominant. What it means? It means that their structure is formed by one single line, and then they have sub branches from left to right, left, right. As long as you do not disturb the apex, there will no other dominant line to compete with the main line. Am I clear? So if you do not disturb this, they will not grow the other line to compete with this. So this will remain dominant. So that's why you learn bonsai. You look at your bonsai. Most of the bonsai you create the triangle. Apex. You're always talking about apex. Where's the apex? And then when you do bonsai, then they ask you where is the apex. And then if you don't have apex, you think that is not bonsai. Am I right? No, it's not true. This is only for Conifer. But look at the tropical tree. Look at the tropical tree around you. There is no single tropical tree have single apex, unless it is young. Because tropical tree is not apical dominant. Tropical tree need to what? It will always break. It will always grow wide. To have what? To have more leaf. To have more structure. To have more leaf for what? For the sunlight. Because we have a lot of sun. So you need more leaf for the photosynthesis. It will grow wider. So the structure of either the main trunk or the branches, it is not in this way. This is the first thing. This is what you need to correct your bonsai if you are doing tropical tree. So what is the structure of the tropical tree ramification structure? It is that it will break in every terminal. See what I mean? This is how the structure should be, the structure of the tropical tree. Also the trunk. Even sometimes it's even single trunk, but when it reaches to the top here, it will always break. Then the canopy is also always wider. There is no triangle. The triangle set is only for Conifer. So if you create your bonsai with triangle for your tropical tree, believe me, it doesn't look natural. Even though it will not look natural. You can see over there, most of the tropical tree, I'm sorry to say, I just want to pinpoint the problem for you. I'm not criticizing them, but if you look at that, there are some trees they don't have apex there. What I mean, apex not have the single triangle shape. It looks more natural because that's the tropical tree. Yeah. So, any questions so far? When it goes thick enough, and then you can cut, and then it will form again. So this is how you create the structure. Okay. Now I come back to Bantigue. So what you need to do is the same thing. But the problem what you are doing now is mostly you are doing like this. And then you are not creating the net, the structure. So what you have is mostly only the main line, the main branch, and then maybe the secondary branch, and then after that you have another twig. And then this is how you form the foliage. Am I right? Mostly this way. So you see, once you have in one line, look at this. You have one line, and after that you have side branch. After have the side branch, and then other twig. Yeah. So this is what happened. And then another problem, another mistake you made is that for the tropical structure, every terminal it should getting shorter and shorter. especially after this section. It will get shorter and shorter. But what you do, you go back to see what people do with their Bantigue is that after the secondary branch, and then they start getting longer and longer, especially the twig. So it is like that. This is the technique of Conifer. It's not the technique of a tropical tree. And then you have the leaf here. Am I right? This is what happens with all the most of the Bantigue. So as I say, then inside they are all empty. What you have the leaf is only here. So what is wrong here is that this side, you see that this section is longer than this section, and then this section, the last section, is longer again. So what happens is that after that they will grow more again, and then you cut again, you will get things longer and longer and longer, and then ends there. Yeah. So from the beginning you need to work on this structure. Every terminal, make it shorter. Okay? Make it shorter. And then at the end, do not turn it up. Do not wire it up. But make it down. Make it down. And then, like this. Open up. When you open up, what happens is that you have the leaf here, and then some twig will come out from here, right? And then keep it short. This is how you need to work on the ramification. So the most important thing is that cut the twig short. Have a short twig. Okay, this twig you need to have very short. And then do not have a lot of twig. What does it mean? Look at this. In one point you have more than one side branch. This is what you need to avoid. Every section, every point, you only have maximum 2. So what you cut is you cut the middle. Okay? So when you cut the middle and then avoid to have one point, you need to avoid. This is you need to avoid. But in one point you have a lot of twig. This is what you need to avoid. If you don't avoid this, if you don't do this, you will end up with very dense. Okay? So what you need is that you only have maximum 2. It's always like that. And then what happens then? You will have a very spare foliage. Why I mean spare? Why? Because look at nature. What the basic philosophy of bonsai is that we want to make a major tree in miniature size. Alright? We want to make the tree look like a big tree but in small size. So it looks like a major tree. It doesn't need to be old, but it should be major. What I mean, what does it mean major? Major means that all the physical structure, it is already in the balance. The proportional balance. So it's in good proportion. Okay? So what make a tree in nature looks old or looks major? It is not because of the leaf. It is not because of a lot of leaves, but because of the structure. So if you have a good structure, even without leaf, your tree will look old. Your bonsai will look major. Look at the bonsai from China. Look at bonsai from Malaysia. They always show the bonsai without leaf. But you can tell it looks like a big major tree. Why? Because they have a good structure. But for this, for instance, if I take off this leaf, I can trust you. It doesn't look like a big tree. It looks like a bush. Alright? Why? Because there's no structure. So you should work on the structure. You are not supposed to work on the foliage. But why most of the people try to tell you that they work like conifers? Because conifers never defoliate. It's an evergreen tree. It's an evergreen tree. So and then in nature, conifers can bend it here and there, and then to form the pad. It's not tropical tree. Tropical tree, they need sunlight go through all the space. Is it clear? Any questions so far? To be totally defoliated. Yeah. But what you can do if you have this problem, what we want to do is that we want to press it down. We want to make it more compact. We want to decrease all this stuff. We want to work it back. Okay, we want to train it back. But we cannot chop it at once. So what we need to do is we should do it gradually. How to do gradually? Is that, for instance, like this one. Where I need, maybe I just need up to here. This one is all too long. Okay, I want to cut it back. So when I cut it back, what I need to do is that I should leave something alive at the end. So for instance, this is the end. This is still alive. Okay. So I will cut this all. I leave this one, and then if I still want to leave this branch, also then I will keep one alive. Okay, and then here I have one, at least one still alive. Okay, this is what I need to do. Okay, cut it back. So what is the purpose? The purpose is that I still need this leaf to get to give signal to the root to send food. Okay. So once you cut this off, only leave this here. So you have to call it. You reduce the plant, which is wasting the energy. Okay, so by doing this is still alive. This is still giving signal to the root. So when the root gives food, the energy is strong enough to push new shoot coming out from here. So new buds will coming out in between. So when this new bud coming out, it will be very fresh. It will be very fresh. When it come out, so when they say from here somewhere here coming new shoot, and then you can cut it. And then if something growing from here, and then this plant you can take it off, and then you grow the new structure again. Okay, this is how you need to do. So all this, see, this is all should be short, and then instead of going up, you should take it down. But the problem is that if you take this down, it's already too long. So maybe you can use the other one. So then this one you cut it out. So you should work it from the beginning. Any question?
We know wiring.
Wiring, okay, wiring. I can tell you, I am the only one importer of wire in Indonesia. Okay, and I'm exporting the wire all over the world from China. But I always tell people don't use wire, please. I hate wire. Really, I hate wire. If you go to my garden, my bonsai place, you won't see maybe from 100 trees you don't find one with wire. I don't use wire. I doesn't mean that I don't use wire. I use wire only for the initial direction. I'm not wiring every single branch. But here you're wiring every single branch. Why? I don't get the point. I don't see why. The what, sorry? What structure? The design, you know.
Going down, going left, going up.
Exactly. But the problem, why you need wire? Because you are working it with the Conifer's method. You are working like the, Okay, I'm not talking the pine tree. They say I'm talking the Bantigue.
So that's the Bantigue doesn't mean white or...
Yes and no. I'll explain you why. What I mean is that look at most of the Bantigue. They wire every single branch.
Yeah, they have.
I don't get the point why. I'm happy because they are buying wire from me. Julie will be my agent for wire for Philippines. I'm happy. But I tell you today, but don't use wire. Because you don't need it. You only use wire only for the initial direction. So if you have a good technique, you don't need wire. You need wire because you are working with the way how they do with conifers, the junipers. Why? Because of this. So if you are working your structure like this, if you are working your structure like this, you cannot form a good path because you only have one line and then left, right, left, right. You are not working on the structure. And then what you do, people are wiring, and then they try to bend it here, they want to bend it here, and then they bend it here, and then the big one also they bend it here. What? They want to fill the gap. They want to fill the space. Am I right? As you say that because they want to bend it here and there to form the structure. Because they are not working on the structure of tropical tree. They are working as conifers. So what they are doing this way. So from the beginning, instead of straight line, they try to do it this way. Okay. Again, but still, it is a single line. Okay, and then from here. Am I right? This is the way how people do. That's why you need wire. But this is conifers. It's not tropical tree. So when you do the tropical tree, if you do it by clean and grow, you don't need wire. Maybe you need, but it's only for direction. But not all this, not every single line. Yes. Yeah, for correction. For maybe sometimes I just pull it down. What is bad? What is bad about wire? What is bad about wire? Let's say if you have, I don't say that you have a 10 or 100 or 200 Bantigue. But let's say you only have 2 very big Bantigue. And then if you wire every single branch, and then after 3 months, what happens? Yes, the wire is getting into the bark. So when it's into the bark, it's getting even worse. The tree will not help it. It will die even faster. And you don't have time to cut it off. I'm sure you don't have time enough to take it off the wire. How can you assure that they will? Because of the structure, if you take off the wire, it's even worse. Get my point? So don't use wire. Wire is only to give the direction, and after that you just do by do and go. Okay, I'm not promoting. Okay, this is my second book. This book is for sale. It's here, how much? 2,500 pesos. Here there are a lot of I read a lot of things about this structure and all these things. Look at this. The way this is one of the bonsai from China. Look at this. There is no leaf. There's no leaf. And then you can see, I can easily tell you that it looks nature. If I take up the pot, you take a picture, it looks like a big tree. There's no leaf. Am I right? So it means that what? It means that a good bonsai doesn't need a lot of leaf. And then what makes a tree look mature is not because of the leaf, but because of the structure. Yeah? If you have a lot of leaves, it doesn't look major. This is the Get bonsai. You are not exploring the character of cascade. what is cascade? What is good bonsai? What a good bonsai, in my opinion, is that it is not only beautiful in the looking, but a good bonsai also should give you a kind of imagination. It evokes you. It invites you to create imagination, and then you will imagine what kind of big tree, what kind of tree is it, and where this tree live, where this tree grow in nature. What aspect create this shape in nature. What I want to say is that if you look at you go to nature, you see so many different style of tree, different shape of tree in nature. They are not formed by miracle. There are always reason behind it. There are always reason behind it why this shape is formed like that. It's easy to explain. Maybe we don't have enough time to talk about this. We need 3 days and 3 nights to talk all of this. But what I still want to say is that look at the ficus, for instance. The ficus growing on the open space and with the ficus growing on the riverside is totally different. On the open space, the road edge will be all around very nice, and then in a very nice symmetrical form. But if the ficus growing on the riverside, it will not growing this way. It will growing into the water into one side. Am I right? Why? Because the root is going to find water source. This is physiology. It is the basic physiology of plant. So when the root is going to find water, the trunk, the branches, they always follow the direction of the root. Okay, so when the root is going to one direction, and then the movement will follow the direction of the root, and then the foliage will follow where the sunlight. So this is the basic physiology. Okay, so it means that a good bonsai should also give you the reasonable explanation. It need to talk. It will talk to you. It will tell you by itself where this tree grow. Okay, so let's say this gasket. What gasket means? What happened in nature? What kind of tree can grow like gasket in the nature? You can tell? Where? Normally grow on the cliff, right? On the high mountain or somewhere on the cliff. So if it's growing on the cliff, it should be a reason. It should be a certain reason why it's growing cascade. Either maybe erosion. Okay, if it's erosion, it's another story. But most of the case, it is because of the wind or because of the snow or whatever. All right. So it will push down, especially the gasket. When the gasket have a lot of movement, for sure, this kind of gasket is formed by nature force. Am I right? So when it's created by nature force, it means what? It means that you cannot create a nice canopy. It doesn't make sense. Am I right? You see there are a lot of casket, a nice casket, but they form a very strong, very heavy canopy in the triangle shape. Why? Because their mindset is like textbook. They want to create a triangle shape. But it doesn't make sense. Why I say it doesn't make sense? Because, as I say, this line is formed by the nature force. So it means that this force is going on continuously. Otherwise it will not form this line. Alright? So it's a continuous force. So if the continuous force is going on, it should be still exist until now. So if it until now the force is still there, how can it form this strong canopy on top? Alright? I don't need to explain this. You don't need to explain this to the people. But if you make it technically right, people can feel by themselves. What I mean is that, look at this. Very simple. This is the canopy, okay, this is line, okay? This is the bonsai. I make it like this. Okay, I do it this way. Okay? See that, huh? Keep it in memory. Put it in memory, okay? Then, I take it off this one. And then instead of a very symmetrical fractal form of foliage. I make it a very irregular shape of foliage. Which one looks better? Which one gives more sense? Why? Because this explains, give you the logical sense. Yes, and then also with this kind of strong nature force, the tree in nature, this is kind of survival. This kind of tree in nature, you will not have a very strong, very healthy, very big foliage, because there's a lot of nature force there. Okay, so this is now how we can create a nice bonsai if we involve the nature logic. We call it the plant morphology on it. Yeah? Any questions? Okay, like this for instance. Yeah, this is still very pre-nature. Okay? And then one day the tree will grow, become mature. What I mean mature, that they have all the proportion, physical aspect, like for instance more or less like this for instance. Okay? And then one day a lightning strike, and this is gone. Okay, this part, the head is gone. And then later on, because of somebody who comes to want to take some wood for firewood, and then they chop off some of the branches. So some of the branches is gone. Okay, and then some of the problem, some of the disease of the root. When some of the root is dying, some branches also dead. So what happens? So in what I say here, the tree is set back to the pre-mature state. Okay, set to the pre-mature state because the mature state is already gone. So when you go to the pre-mature state, a tree, a plant is just like human. It's just like the animal. They are always struggling to survive. So how to struggle to survive? They will grow new shoot, they will grow new leaf, new branches to keep the new balance. And then in this case, the new form, maybe it's already different from the initial form. You get my point? You get my point? I give you an illustration. Let's say this is what you have. Maybe this is the main trunk. Who knows? So I mean, and in all of this is a new shoot to form a new transformation shape. Alright? So when you have a material like this, you cannot, I mean you are not supposed to create the new form of bonsai to make it again back to the initial shape. Get my point? If you're forced to do that, it will not look natural because you are not resembling you are not doing the same same process in nature. You get my point? So what you need to do is that you should follow the natural phenomena to imagine, to simulate the nature, what kind of new shape of tree it will form after the transformation, which looks good. You get my point? So in bonsai, if this is a bonsai, I will not create the new form like this, because some people will try to create, where's the effect? You know? Okay, where's the effect? And then they try to again, they want to again, then they try to grow what? They try to grow this again. Alright? And then they start to grow here, and then they start to grow here, and then they try to make a formal step again. No, it will not appealing. It will not become a nice bonsai. But in a nice bonsai, I will change totally. Maybe I maybe just put a little bit somewhere, and then what I create, I will need to create a kind of new shape, new form. Maybe something just only like that. A very simple tree with something like that. Just to show you the idea. So I will not form the complete shape of the formal tree again, but I will create a new shape. By doing so, the tree will explain you, it will talk to you. It will talk to you about the life circle, what kind of experience is going through. And this bonsai will look more artistic, rather than you try to force to going back to the initial shape again. Yeah? The tree of the fish is unique, and then from there, I will start to design a new form. What is the style in bonsai? In fact, style in bonsai is just like our body. So that's what. Well, I mean, if you look at my bonsai, people ask me what is the style. I say I don't know. You tell me. For me, I don't care. For me, style is not important. You can call it windswept, you can call it on the rock, you can call it the slanting, whatever. I don't care. The most important for me, I mean, the style in bonsai is just like how you take your picture of your body. It's a mimic. You want what kind of message you want to pass on to the audience. What kind of message, what kind of mimic, what kind of mood you want to tell to the people. Let's say if I stand like this, I take a picture, it's like a formal bonsai or formal upright. I take a picture like that, it's like a criminal, right? For passport. There is the style, this is the mimic, you must be serious. See what I mean? So when the bonsai, the formal upright is very serious, you cannot move here and there. If you move somewhere here unique, it doesn't make sense. See, just like my body. So you take a picture like this and then put my hand like this, it doesn't make sense. See what I mean? But if I want to replace my hand like this, I should move my body to fit with this. So I should maybe change like this. See what I mean? So this is the mimic. So what I want to say is that the style in bonsai is just like your body line. What kind of movement you want to create, what kind of mimic you want to show to the people. It's the same body line. The same body line, you can make different composition to express different mimic. I give you an example. Let's say if I stand like this, my body line is like this, okay? So if I put here to show you in this way, this is the front, I show you this is the angle, you look at me. If I look like this, does it look good? Yeah? For instance, especially if I put my hands like this, it doesn't look good, am I right? But if you have a body line, like in your bonsai, for instance, if you have something like that, you need to find a different angle to show the same body line which express the mimic. So, let's say, I put it in the illustration, like this. If you see from here, like this, it doesn't make any sense. But if I change here, it makes sense. Am I right? Then you show I have another mimic, and then I can change a little bit here and there to give a kind of composition, and it gives you a nice pose. I call it a pose. Okay. So in bonsai also the same. So when you create the composition, you create the design, you need to see what other part of the body line to fit the overall, the branches. So the branches in bonsai just like your hand and your foot, your feet. What kind of movement? Okay? What kind of movement so that it can fit all overall to give a nice expression. So where is the apex? I mean, where is the crown? The crown is just your head. So if you use this analogy, it is for you, it's more simple, more easier to design a bonsai. So it is your head. So if I'm the formal, informal, and the formal upright like this, I cannot put my head like this. Alright? So this is the crown. This is the apex. But if I have something, some body line, this is straight, and then the head is like that, you need to change something to make it balanced. If I cannot put my head straight, then I should move my body. You see what I mean? So the same with your bonsai. If you have a very straight line, straight trunk line, with suddenly have a straight curve, it will imbalance. So if I like this, then you should need to change a different angle, change the body line, so that it gives you the balance. Then I will create a canopy somewhere here. Can see that? Something like that. Very spare, very casual, irregular shape. Yeah, you see the shape? Yeah, something like this. And then, this is where maybe then you will put the pot. Okay? And then later on maybe then you will come a little bit here. Become nice bonsai. So once I decide where I want to put this canopy, this foliage pad, and then I can decide where I need the branch to form the structure. So I know here I want to create this. So it means I will find somewhere, if I can grow somewhere to form the structure. Here it is that I will form from this line, the structure. You get my point? Because of the harsh condition. So I mean, so this is the condition. I'm the survivor. So I need to grow somewhere to survive, but I still want to look beautiful. So this is what some things the tree talk to you. So in this case, I need to simulate the new shape, the new form, so that it looks nice, it looks beautiful, but also talk to you. For Bantigue, it isn't really needed because there are not so many liquids coming out. Yeah, so it will not dry out. So it's okay. Gets lighter. Okay, solution is getting better. But this line is still not, I need more open space here. See, I open the line, yeah, and it is space here. So now, what's next? The next step, I need to create the following flow where is the falling flow? Because here is only one part, but I need some kind to have a continuous flow. Of course, I cannot create a flow from this part because this is dead. So I need to create somewhere from here. So it means what? It means that I still need this part. This branch is still needed. Okay, I will need to create something from here. So it means that this is still needed. So now I can imagine where is the canopy I want. The canopy or the foliage tract is somewhere here, and then the falling line will be somewhere here. So I mean that. So it means that this part I still need that. So when I need this, it means that in this condition I need to also do repair. To repair this condition because all of this twig, okay? So I also taking off some of the leaf. Look at this. This one I want to create more compact. This one I want to create more compact and just for the background. So I don't need it all this long one. I want to create a new structure as I mentioned before. So what I need is that I just need some few alive buds to have a new shoot coming out. So I just keep this small stuff, okay? And then this one all I take it off. And then I need some of these because I expect something new coming up from here, so I can just form the new one. So when the new one come out, maybe I will not use this one. I need a stronger one. Okay, this is how it works. Okay, and then also from this, I also need to work again. I cannot expect this one to grow longer and bigger because this is already old and this is already stopped. So I need to find something here to grow. So what I need is also to find something here to just to keep it alive. Inside is wire. So this good thing is that I can make the structure, ramification structure, I can cut it, I can bend it, so I can form the foliage pads in the short time just to visualize the final design. Any comment or any question? Yes. How many years? Very fast. I think maximum 3 years. Maximum. Very fast. Because what? Because what you need to concentrate is only one line. Only few. Instead of a lot of wild stuff, you need to concentrate. You can focus on a very certain line. Very fast. And then it's more effocating. Look at before, compared to this, with the round shape, it is more of effocating. It's more talking.
What about the watering of the plants?
The watering is just normal. What do you mean?
How do you water that?
Twice a day. Yeah. It's just normal watering like what you do with bonsai. Of course, you need fertilizer.
Complete fertilizer.
Normally, I use the NPK, so the slow release. So I think it's one of the best. Yeah. Any questions? We are doing the painting of sculptures. You need the basic concept, you need the basic technique, the aesthetic principle, then you know what to do, and then how to compose it. A lot of people, they think that making forest is easy. You just put a lot of trees together and then simply become a forest. Yes, it is a forest, but maybe it's not looks good or it doesn't look so beautiful. But what we are going to do is that we want to make a landscape that we want to get into it. They create the imagination for us. So we need the concept for that. And doing the landscape or grouping, it is a multi-discipline art, I would say, because there are a lot of things involved in it. Their composition, their perspective, illusion. So there are a lot of things, there are scale composition, a lot of things inside there. So there are 5 points that you need to be very careful, you need to understand before you're making the landscape. One is the focal point. The focal point is very important. No matter, in fact, the focal point is not only in landscape or in grouping, but also in single bonsai also you need to create a focal point. So without a focal point, the whole composition will bias. It will be not eye-catching. When people look at it, it will bias your viewing flow. So the focal point is very important in the grouping. What is the focal point? Let's say when you design a landscape, this is the tray. So when you design, you assume or you imagine that in front of you there is a canvas. There is a canvas in front of you, like you want to do a painting. Okay? So the first thing is that you are working on the focal point. So in bonsai or in the grouping or landscape, what is the focal point? The focal point is the most dominant tree. Okay? Okay. So this is the focal point I want to create. But of course, the focal point here I create is not the rock, but I just want to create a certain part which is the most dominant, and then to give the most eye-catching. Okay, the most dominant part. Maybe can you give some more rocks here, something like here. Start to have the nature panorama. Here, this one, when you make a grouping, what you need to avoid is that you should avoid some tree putting on the same row. Okay, you should put it in the zigzag. Why? Because the zigzag placement can create the dimension, create the depth, either the foreground or the background. Here, I put this here, see, it is not in the one line, so it's a little bit back, so that I create a gap here. Okay, and then I also do it on purpose to put it, it's not really exactly, it's not exactly the space open, a little bit touching, a little bit overlap. Because by overlapping, you create a kind of illusion, this kind of gap. And then on the back, I use the small one to put on the back with a little bit leaning on the back, or to what? To create a illusion of perspective. So now you see that this tree looks like it is far away from here. Because it's small, and then also with the overlapping, it creates the illusion that this is far away. So now you have the dimension, the perspective. And then here, the small one, I also put it here to create the foreground. So the small tree, it doesn't always to be on the back. It can be also in the front. So the back, if it's on the back, it can be, the tree can be big, but because it's far away, so it looks small. But if I put it the small one in front, it is small. I mean, see what I mean? Because in nature you have a big and small tree. The empty space here, that you create a mystery. So don't show everything. So something, if you hide something here, people will give the mystery illusion. They are thinking, what happening here? There's something going on here. You see? So you are not going to show everything. And then especially the contour. You can see the contour, so you don't put it all flat, but they are contour because the contour also create illusion of the depth.